Peace, family. Welcome to Black Star TV 2.0. It's your boy Black Star. Today, we're going to get into another episode. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you are not, subscribe to the channel. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Okay, so family, I want to get into a little bit of reparations. I want to get into a little bit of this Kyrie Irvin thing again, because he made another statement, and I think I'm going to delve into that first, and then we're going to get into this reparations thing, because the Reparations Rally is November 5th in Washington, D.C. at Freedom Plaza. I will be going live from this YouTube channel if you cannot make it. So if you want to see what's going on down there in D.C., I will be out there. So just be patient, man. I can't wait. I actually leave Friday, get up out there. I'll probably be staying with my peoples. But yeah, I'll be out there early too to make sure y'all, I'm gonna be live pretty much the whole day. You know what I'm saying? So look out for that. So let's get into this whole Kyrie Irvin thing. He had a press conference, and they was trying to finesse this brother. And I like how he stayed on his square. I like how he kept it G. So hold 1 second, family. Let me make sure that I'm on the right thing. I wasn't on the right one. Okay, I want y'all to be able to fully see this. All right, so here we go, family.
And it's a title given to Christ, Philippians 2:11. And my name translates in the Hebrew language as Yahweh. So I went on to Amazon Prime. I was like, let me see if there are any documentaries on Yahweh. So went in the search bar, typed in Yahweh. That came up. Went out and shared it on my platform. That was my night. In terms of the backlash, or what people call it, we're in 2022. History is not supposed to be hidden from anybody. And I'm not a divisive person when it comes to religion. I embrace all walks of life. You see it on all my platforms. I talk to all races, all cultures, all religions. And my response would be, it's not about educating yourself on what Semitism is and what anti-Semitism is. It's really about learning the root words of where these come from and understanding that this is an African heritage that is also belonging to the people. Africa is in it, whether we want to dismiss it or not. So the claims of
him speaking on Africa belonging to it and the root words, see, because they don't want to get into that. And that's the conversation that they really don't want to have. And I'm glad that he said that, because, again, they always try to address certain things, but they don't want to they always try to address certain things, but they don't want to address the real issues. Like when he speaks on that, they don't want to address that part, but they want to just address the tape. You don't want to address Amazon either, who it was on. So
of anti-Semitism and who are the original chosen people of God, and we go into these religious conversations, and it's a big no-no. I don't live my way like that. I don't live my life that way. Excuse me. I grew up in a melting pot, and I say a melting pot of all races: white, black, red, yellow, Jewish, Christian, Muslim, and you can see the way I live my life now. I'm not here to be divisive, so they could push their agenda. I don't want to say they, because I'm not identifying any one group or race of people, but I'm in a unique position to have a level of influence on my community. And what I post does not mean that I support everything that's being said or everything that's being done, or I'm campaigning for anything. All I do is post things for my people in my community and those that it's actually going to impact. Anybody else that has criticism, it obviously wasn't meant for them.
Hopefully I'm understanding what you said, and I want to make sure I get it right, because I don't want to misquote any part of it.
I don't expect understanding from a media conglomerate group that sincerely talks about the game of basketball, and then we bring up religion as if it's correlative at times when it's convenient for people to bring it up. So please just be direct with your question, so we can move on from this, and I can talk about the game and go home to my son Elohim and my wife Marlene. Okay.
Yo, he checked the shit out of him right there. See, now he checked him because he already know he about to come with some sideways-ish, right? So he like, yo, just be direct. Don't try to act like, well, I'm trying to understand what you said. You understand exactly what he said. So y'all try to come with this old BS nonsense that you're doing. Like, you get what I'm saying? So I like that shirt too, because that's supposed to be Massa Musa.
I might take it that this was what you shared was not something that you've even watched. This was, you did watch it, or either watch it or read it.
I know a lot of times I read a lot, read a whole bunch. good and bad, about the truth of our world.
So then do you, I guess, understand or not understand those that might imply that that work had anti-Semitic leanings in it? I only ask this because the tweet is still up there, so
we're in 2022. It's on Amazon, a public platform. Whether you want to go watch it or not is up to you. There's things being posted every day. I'm no different than the next human being, so don't treat me any different. You guys come in here and make up this powerful influence I have over top of the adultery of, oh, you cannot post that. Why not? Why not?
I don't like that they blanked that part out. I tried to find one where it wasn't blanked out. I don't know what he said right there. But see, again, it's on Amazon, a public platform. Y'all not saying anything about Amazon posting it or Amazon allowing it on their platform. See, because Jeff Bezos is, you know, he is who he is, right? But y'all don't want to address Jeff Bezos. Y'all don't want to say, Bezos, why is that on your platform? You're a bigger threat to anybody than you know, you got a lot more money than Kyrie Irvin. You know what I'm saying? You're known more around the world than Kyrie Irvin. You know what I'm saying? So like, why is it that y'all don't want to address Amazon, but y'all just want to address the black man?
I don't hear uproar of that. I'm not here to be divisive on what's going on this or that. I'm not comparing Jews to...
See, and the simple fact that he said they blanked all that out and said, I don't see an uproar of that. He probably was putting it on Amazon. Do you get what I'm saying? But they don't want that part to really get out there. So they try to make it seem like it was something going on with the audio.
I don't hear an uproar of that.
Watch.
Why not? I don't hear an uproar of that. I'm not here to be divisive on what's going on this or that. I'm not comparing Jews to blacks. I'm not comparing white to black. I'm not doing that. That conversation is dismissive, and it constantly revolves around the rhetoric of who are the chosen people of God. And I'm not here to argue over a person or a culture or religion on what they believe. No, this is what is here. It's on a public platform. Did I do anything illegal? Okay.
See, they quiet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Did I do anything illegal? Did I hurt anybody? Did I harm anybody? Am I going out and saying that I hate one specific group of people? So out of all the judgment that people got from me posting, I just, without talking to me, and then I respect what Joe said, but there has a lot to do with the not ego or pride of how proud I am to be an African heritage, but also to be living as a free black man here in America, knowing the historical complexities for me to get here. So I'm not going to stand down on anything that I believe in. I'm only going to get stronger because I'm not alone. I have a whole army around me.
Kyrie, while we're on the topic of promotion.
Yes, and that army is the black community, because we rocks with Kyrie. Like we fuck with Kyrie. You feel me? Because he's standing tall on his truth. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody's truth ain't the same. You know, some people believe in certain things that other people don't believe on, but that's you and your truth. You feel me? What you feel your truth is, and you should always stand on that. That's why I said, like, I don't care what anybody believes in. That's your truth. Just stand on it. You feel what I'm saying? If that's what you do, that's what you do. You get what I'm saying? Stand in your truth. That's on any issue, bro. Because a lot of people run around here just doing all type of stuff. If that's what you do, that's what you do. Just stand in your truth, fam. You know what I mean? If you like to go out here and mess with hella women, you like to go out here and mess with hella men, stand in your truth. Don't be trying to be running around being sneaky and lying and all that. Stand in your truth, man. Just keep it a buck.
Motion. Why did you decide to promote something that Alex Jones said?
That was a few weeks ago. I do not stand with Alex Jones' position, narrative, court case that he had with Sandy Hook, or any of the kids that felt like they had to relive trauma, or parents that had to relive trauma, or to be dismissive to all the lives that were lost during that tragic event. My post was a post from Alex Jones that he did in the early 90s or late.
See, but they ain't talking about the black people. And I'm not talking about Kyrie, but they're not talking about the black people that had to relive trauma when they put out that Dahmer movie. They don't care about that. You feel me? Because these were black people. Dahmer, I was alive when Dahmer was going through his situation. This isn't that long ago. It's pretty, you know, it's back there in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? But like, what are you talking about? Why don't those families matter about the trauma that they going through, knowing that their child or relative was, you know, molested and raped by Dahmer and killed and ate? You feel me? Literally ate him. He not only was eating ass, but he was eating ass. You know what I mean?
The late 90s about secret societies in America of occults, and it's true. So I wasn't identifying with anything of being a campaignist for Alex Jones or anything. I was just there to post. And it's funny, and it's actually hilarious, because out of all the things I posted that day, that was the one post that everyone chose to see. It just goes back to the way our world is and works. I'm not here to complain about it. I just exist.
And to follow up on the promotion of the movie and the book,
Can you please stop calling it a promotion? What am I promoting?
put it out on your platform.
But I'm promoting it. Do you see me doing? Do you see
By
me in front of
putting it out there,
the
people
title?
are going to say that you are
Yeah, I put it out
promoting.
there just like you put things out there, right?
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's not
You put
stuff,
things out there for a living, right?
right? But my stuff
Great.
is
So
not
let's move on.
filled
Let's
with
move on.
anti-Semitic
Let's
stuff.
move on. Don't dehumanize me up here.
I'm not doing
I'm
that.
another
You're
human
free to
being.
post
I can post whatever I want. So
you post
say that and shut it down and move on to the next question.
But Kyrie, you have to understand that by
I don't have to understand anything.
You trying to make it seem like he promoting that movie just because he posted. Like, so that means somebody's promoting Dahmer if they repost the Dahmer movie from Amazon. Like, come on, dog. Or from I think it's Netflix or whatever the hell that shit is on. Like, dog, they always trying to paint a narrative of somebody. That's why I love that he's standing tall in his square and standing tall on what he, you know what I mean, how he feels, dog. Don't let these people make you buck dance and you know, shuck and jive for a couple dollars. But I already knew he was going to stand tall because he's still tall on the COVID thing. Let me bring it back a little teeny bit.
Whatever I want. So
post
say that and shut it down and move on to the next question.
But Kyrie, you have to understand that by
I don't have to understand anything from you.
It's not me.
Nothing.
By
It's no
posting
people
what
that you're
you
making
did,
up, bro. Move on.
But by posting
Move
what
on.
you
Next
did,
question.
anybody
Do
is
you guys
going
have
to
any
look
more
at
questions
it,
for
and they're
me?
going to say,
You guys have any more
does he have
questions? Because this is going to be a clip.
anti-Semitic
This is going to be a clip that he's going to marvel at. Is this any more questions?
but you're not answering the question.
This is another answering your question. Oh my God, let's make another Instagram clip so we could be famous again. Next question.
Kyrie, basketball related.
Get up out of there, man. Because all y'all going to do is try to ask. You ain't even asking questions about the game. You just asking questions about that. Because they want to make it seem like nobody, like, because some of the things that was said in that clip, right? I want to blow this up for y'all a little bit. And this person right here that I'm showing was Jewish, right? So, yeah, he had a big part in the slave trade. This person owned slaves, because that's one of the things they were saying that was anti-Semitic in the film. Hebrews to Negroes, which was what he posted. And this guy, Judah Phil Benjamin. Okay, so this is what I wanted to say. The movie that he posted, what they were saying anti-Semitic was that Jews were Satanists and started the little Satan worship or Satan people or church or whatever, and that they didn't have anything to do with slavery. But Judah Philip, we're not saying all Jews either. Not all Jews were involved in the slave trade, but there were some. Not all Jews were mentioned. And I got this information from Brother Tariq Nasheed. He brought it up on his channel, and I looked it up. I'm like, okay, boom. Again, because these are facts. These aren't, you know, opinions. So in the movie, when they said that, you know, Jewish people were involved in the slave trade, that's true. Because here you go with Judah Philip Benjamin. He served as an attorney general, secretary of war, and secretary of state for the Confederacy. The first Jewish American to serve on the executive cabinet in American history. He owned slaves. This is a fact. You can go look into that. I done looked into that already. He owned slaves. So to say they wasn't involved in the slave trade and to say that that was anti-Semitic, to say that, that's all BS. See, they try to run around the fact that they don't want to address anything, and being as though they don't ever want to sit down with anybody who knows their stuff. See, they want to attack, somebody like Kyrie, somebody like Kanye, who really don't know the true history, that can really sit down and be like, yo, they bring up this person. Oh, they wasn't involved in the slave trade. And then somebody, see, Kyrie might, I'm not saying that he don't, but he might not know about this dude right here. So when it comes down to like, actually making that point, I mean, he might can't make it. I'm not saying he can, he might can't make it, but he might can. You feel what I'm saying? But again, they don't want to do or have those type of conversations. The type of conversation that they're trying to have is a conversation where we just talk about the overlying issue. They don't want to go under. They don't want to delve into the topic. They just want to say, oh, you posted that, that's anti-Semitic. Now, if he was to just say, okay, what was anti-Semitic about it? They would just be like, well, that's what people feel. Like, you're not trying to, they don't ever try to get into it. So again, they said another part of it was, blow this up for y'all a little bit. They said another part of it was, saying that Jewish people started the Satanist group, like, devil worshiping and things like that. So again, not all Jewish people did, but when it comes to the satanic Bible and the satanic rituals and the satanic witch and devils and all that, Anton Sander Levy was the American author and musician and the Satanist. He was the founder of the Church of Satan and the religion of Satanism. So the simple fact that, he did this and he's a Jewish person was the Hebrews to Negroes movie inaccurate on that. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen it, so I don't know if they said that all people were Satanists. But again, at some point, one of them was. So you can't go around saying that things are anti-Semitic when things that were being said, we can go back in history and see that it's true. So, all right, that's Kyrie Irvin. And I respect Kyrie because he stood on his square. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, hold on, family. Hold on. I'll get back to something else too. Kyrie stood on his square. And again, the New York State Supreme Court reinstates all fired unvaxxed employees, orders payback. I think that's another reason that they're mad at Kyrie, because this came out not too long ago, and it says that the state violated rights and acted in arbitrary and capricious. I don't know what that means. Notes: being vaccinated does not prevent an individual contracting or transmitting COVID-19. Okay, so again, the state orders fired employees, fire unvaccinated employees, or orders of payback for people who miss pay. So again, he missed out on games because he couldn't play in the state of New York, which was all his home games. Well, a lot of his home games he couldn't play in because he didn't want to get the vaccination. And you had Stephen A. Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who was, who was criticizing our brother for not wanting to get the vaccine. Then it comes out that he didn't need the vaccine to, not get COVID-19, or you get what I'm saying? So again, because it didn't stop you from getting it, people done got, the shots, they done got the, what they call them, jabs, whatever. They done got the boosters and everything else, and they're still getting this virus. So at the end of the day, Kyrie was right at the end of the day. Now we're going to get into this reparations. And our family, I want y'all to learn. We have to learn how to navigate around questions and not navigate around them, but to answer them straight up with proof and facts when it comes to reparations, right? And I had posted this, I took a little recording of this and posted it on my Facebook, because I wanted people to see, because sometimes this is one of the arguments that a lot of white people try to use, or people that's against reparations. They try to use this argument of, well, my ancestors wasn't enslaving anybody, because again, it was only 10%. It was only about 10%, or might have been a little bit less than that, of people who actually owned slaves in America. And they try to use that as, well, why would we have to pay reparations when I didn't have anything to do with that? So I'm about to play this clip, and this is shout out to Tariq Nasheed and Tariq Radio. That's his channel. Make sure y'all subscribe to the brother's channel. I'm going to play this clip so that y'all can understand how you combat these I'm not even going to say bad faith questions, but these bad questions and bad arguments of why we shouldn't get reparations and why certain people shouldn't have to pay. So here we go.
Hey, off topic. What's up, team?
What's up? Yeah, so I'll speak quickly to it. I think one of the main reasons why there should be reparations is because most of the Anglo-Saxon residents in this country today don't have a direct lineage towards slave ownership, just by the statistic that over 90% of white Southerners, even at the heyday of slavery, did not own slaves, and many of them were working as subsistence farmers with no property or land ownership in their own right. So that would be one hesitation I would have, if there'd be some way to find the slave owner lineage and get them to pay reparations. Then we might have a conversation, but the fact that the general...
If you can't hear, because somebody's playing music, he said that we should try to find those slave owners and have them pay reparations, because 90% of the people that lived in the South or wherever, but slavery was up north too. Slavery was all over the country, let's be honest. But they shouldn't have to pay.
White Southerner in this country today, if they have a sin towards Black America, it's not necessarily slave ownership. It's maybe just for racist attitudes and Jim Crow type law systems that they voted for and lived in and seem to enjoy.
Okay, here's the issue with that.
But it doesn't seem like their sin against Black America is slave ownership. So that's my hesitation. What you got?
Right. Okay, so the thing about that is that the United States government, the entire government, sanctioned and protected slavery, and they made sure that we couldn't get out of it. It was the entire government, which encompasses all of the white people. So they can't say it was just the slave owners. The entire citizenry of this government participated, and they benefited from the slavery that the government sanctioned. So this is the U.S. government as a collective. So the government is on the hook. So the government is going to have to pay. They can't opt out. Well, I didn't do it. Look, me, I didn't push red Native Americans off their reservations or their homes. I didn't take their land, but my tax dollars have to go to them. You understand? And in fact, not only that, many Native American tribes actually owe Black people because they were enslaving us. So we don't get no money from them, but my tax dollars has to go to pay for these casinos that I can't even benefit from. You see, I didn't put any Japanese people in camps. Nobody in my family did that. The U.S. government did it. And guess whose tax dollars had to pay for that? Mine. So it's going to be the same thing with reparations. They can't say, well, I didn't own the slave. It don't work like that. You're in this government. You're a part of the government, and the government owes. And we have to be compensated from the United States government. That makes sense?
Well, I'm glad that was a commercial, because he was about to still say another bad faith argument. But again, this is another thing that I noticed, family. This is another thing that I noticed with white people, right? They love to complain about not wanting to pay us and happen to be the ones to pay us because they didn't do it. You see how Tariq Nasheed brought up how our tax dollars right now go to those natives for them to get their checks and to their casinos and all of that stuff, and their reservations. Our tax dollars go to them. Again, I always say this. I was locked up with some natives. Their checks come every month. Their native checks come every month. Some of them get them, depends on the tribe. Some of them get them every 3-4 months. You know what I mean? But regardless, you getting those checks, nothing can be taken out of it. Child support, taxes, nothing, fines, restitution, any of that stuff. You can't take any of that, bro. You can't touch any of that money that they got. And they don't ever say anything because their tax dollars is going to that too. It ain't just ours. White people's tax dollars go to that too. You notice that they never say that. And on some real, even I'm not gonna play because he actually changed the subject into something else, right? He switched it on to something else, but it was still about reparations, but he didn't want to address that issue. But again, they don't want to say, yo, I'm cool because you don't complain about it. I'm not going to say you're all the way cool because nobody's cool with their tax dollars going to somebody else to have to give somebody else some bread. But you're cool with it in the sense that you never complain about your tax dollars going to Native Americans, right? They don't ever complain about that. So that's why I said we have to learn these arguments. This was a federal thing, a government thing. The government sanctioned slavery, allowed it to happen, never stopped it until, we fought for our freedom. While our tax dollars, looks like he said, the native slaved up. So the natives actually owe us. So that's why I say this is a double whammy when you want to look at it. Your tax dollars are going to somebody who actually slaved you. So I'm actually paying for these people's repair as they damaged me. Think about that. That's like you getting in a car accident, you hitting my car, boom, you hit me, right? It wasn't my fault. You hit me. And now my insurance, I have to pay you insurance. I have to pay out my insurance to you. Like, how does that work? How do you damage me and I have to pay for your repair? You see what I'm saying? So, like, at the end of the day, that's why I said we have to have these arguments, because that's one of the biggest, that's probably one of the biggest, back and forths that people like to do. Like one of the main arguments that people like to use is that my parents or my ancestors wasn't slaveholders. They didn't own slaves, this, that, and the third, but that doesn't matter. Again, the Japanese internment camps, the money that our government gives to the Holocaust survivors. Our government gives money to the Holocaust survivors. That's tax dollars. That shit didn't even happen over here. So my tax dollars have to go to that. You get what I'm saying? That's why it's just like, yo, family, real talk. This is the craziest argument on the planet when you sit back and look at it. And you say, yo, hold on. That's why I said when you really start getting into it, you're like, yo, hold up. My tax dollars is really going to somebody who slaved me for them to eat while I sit over here and starve. While my community starves, your community is eating, and it's based off money you're getting from me. Like, that's crazy. He actually started going to the whole reservation thing and how natives, they not living it up like that. Yes, some of them are living it up. I've been in Alaska around natives who was getting checks. Some of them blow their money, just like it's going to be some of us who blow our money, right? But then you have those people out there that's lit, though. Don't ever get it twisted. Everybody's not wasting their bread. The people who own those casinos, yo, I used to see this. I used to go to this casino called Clamoya Casino in Chiloquin, Oregon, right outside of Klamath Falls. Swear to God, it was this native lady in there. She was super pretty too. Yo, she used to come in there, go to the she used to always just say, I used to be like, yo, I remember I was asking, I'm like, yo, who is that? She always come in here and she's like, oh, she's like the she works in the offices up there or whatever. But she always comes down here and play. And I'm just like, yo, she used to be down there every day, dog, just, you know, doing her little thing. She worked in there, just really pretty much doing that. Like, bro, she get checks. She get checks from working at the casino. You getting just regular old checks. Like, y'all living it up. Y'all living it up, dog. Knock it off. And the main reason a lot of people, like, because again, they say that again when people who, you know, win the lottery, people who you know, who get settlements, they normally waste it, right? Not everybody, but a lot of people waste that bread. You know, people who hit the lottery, they normally go broke really quick, again, because you're getting a whole bunch of bread you didn't work for at one time, right? So this is another reason natives, you know, blow their bread. Yeah, I remember in Alaska, I was working in Alaska, right? At this grocery store. I was working in the freezer department, freezing. I don't know how I got in the freezer department in Barrow, Alaska, where it was super cold. Super cold. I'm talking negative 28, negative 30 something degrees, right? And I remember, like, when I first was there, because I was only probably there for like maybe a week, 2 weeks before I got that job. I went in there. I was in there and I was talking. It was a white dude who was the manager of the store, right? It's a little short dude. And I was like, yo, where everybody at? He was like, oh, he said the natives got their checks yesterday. And I was like, oh, okay, word. He's like, yeah, when they get their checks, they not gonna be at work for like almost probably a week. He said a couple days to the week, depending on how fast they spend it. Swear to God, it was just straight, and he said it straight like it wasn't nothing. And he had been out there for years. You feel me? He said until they spend it up or whatever, then they be back at work. But you know what I mean? Ain't really nothing we can do. Like, you know what I'm saying? We really can't fire him either. Like, I'm like, yo, nigga just move how he want to move when he want to move, dog. Like, but again, it was a lot of wasting of checks. I used to see people with, I used to see them natives with, like, they had the snowmobiles out there because it was always snowing. Always snow. It's like never, ever not snow on the ground out there. I don't care if it's summertime and it's feeling good, snow out that joint, right? So I would see people with like five, 6 snowmobiles, 2 dirt bikes, 3 4-wheelers. I'm talking about at one crib. Bro, and these joints is like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a piece, dog. Some of them shits is more than that. Like, yo, niggas just break, then just buying another one. Like, I remember this one dude crib. I'm like, bro, it's just you, your wife, and your son. Like, nigga, why you got 4 snowmobiles, nigga? You feel what I'm saying? Hella dirt bikes. Like, yo, again, they doing what they want with their bread because they also work. You feel me? It's like you're not even just surviving off that check. You're still working, right? You're getting a check. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, yo, only thing about out there, they had this, you had to go to the police station and get a permit to drink alcohol. Like, and it had to come through the police. And when you ordered the alcohol, it had to come through the police station. And them niggas, you know, I guess they give you a call or whatever, and you gotta go down there and get your alcohol. Because if you don't have the permit, nigga, you ain't getting none. Because some of them lose their permit out there. They get drunk, then they start wilding. You feel me? So yeah, I guess they got like some type of thing with drinking or whatever. You know, that's like a big issue out there. But they still get their checks, dog. Like, and again, that money is coming from you working hard at work. Like when you get off work, you know what I mean? You come to the crib and you feeling good, and come payday and you see them federal taxes come out your shit, a portion of that is going to them. A nice portion of that is going to them. But just like the Honorable Lewis Minister Farrakhan said, Minister Farrakhan, print some more, nigga. Because we need ours. We need our bag. We want our bag, and we want our land. We definitely need the land, because the land, everything you see in my background, from that candle, the book, the printer, the what's this? The vinyl cutter. I got a heat press right here. All this material came from the earth. Shit didn't come from outer space. It all came from the earth. So the more land you own, the more resources that you'll have. You feel what I'm saying? And black people don't own and control no resources because we really don't own and control no land. You know what I'm saying? The resources is in the land. You get me? This is why they keep stealing land from us, didn't want to give us land. They were saying 40 acres and a mule, but they know you give all these niggas 40 acres and a mule, some of these niggas going to be sitting on something. 40 acres is big. You feel me? So some of these people going to be sitting on something. So like at the end of the day, this is what it is. All right, fam, I'm going to let y'all go. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you can be notified. Again, the Cash App down there is $WILLIE 0312. Make sure y'all donate to the channel. Again, family, November 5th, which is Saturday. I'll be out there streaming live. I'm leaving on Friday. I'll be out there. Make sure if y'all can get out there, make sure y'all get out there because we do need the support. But if you can't make it, make sure you tune in and that you share the broadcast. Make sure you share the broadcast. I'm going to be out there live. Make sure you share it and, you know, get it out there so, you know, people can see what's going on. But make sure you also tell people to come because we need as many people out there as we can. I think it's going to be lit, though, to be honest, because I know people who don't follow the people that I follow who've seen the flyer, you know, floating around on the internet. So, again, it's getting out there, but we still need to do our footwork or whatever and to get it out there even more. But again, family, thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate the love. Again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, man. We coming to get them checks, dog. We out of here. Peace.